back to the Jacked Up Bear Minecraft Let's Play series. I'm gonna work on the wall today, so I'm just gonna get some stone and head straight over there. I got a comment earlier about using AI for my thumbnails, and I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter about it the past week or so, with the Studio Ghibli stuff and people saying AI is an art. I hope you understand what you're implying when you say AI is an art. You're saying to the creator of that programming, that deep learning module, all those people, that they're not artists, that they didn't create something. And what is art, right? And then you'll get into the argument with the university. I can't remember who did the study, but to say that basically that AI is an art because it's lacking soul. And to see that come from a university that produces medical literature is it's a little bit scary, because everything we know about the body, about the mind, about the brain kind of proves there isn't a soul. And I'm not saying that I believe that. I'm a very spiritual, very religious person. I believe in the soul. But it's just weird because there's a lot of contradictions happening. So with people that are like, AI is not art. Well, then you're saying basically that the art that it's basing itself on, that it's recreating or kind of smashing these images together from, isn't art in the first place. And before you go to say something fucking absolutely stupid in the comics, because I know some of you guys are fucking just triggered right now. Your little sweethearts are just bleeding right now. I've stood in the Louvre. I've looked at the Mona Lisa. I've seen all these fucking things. I've seen art, right? I've been to real art museums all across the world, actually. So don't get to talking to me about art when you haven't left your mom's fucking basement. That's one thing I'll start with. And if you're a creator, if you're somebody who doodles and draws and shit, and that's the stance you're gonna take. Well, when I draw, I don't want AI to steal. Nobody's stealing your shit. You're trash. You're literally one of the worst fucking artists of all time. There's kids who can paint more like Picasso and create more like Picasso at age 6 than you can, someone who spent 20, 40, 50 years of your fucking life doing that shit. You realize that? I mean, I'm not on here fucking doing my own art shit. I just make my videos. And then to see somebody come in here and it was a comment from somebody who doesn't make any videos. It just irritated the shit out of me. No videos, one sub. I'm like, So you feel the need to comment about how I'm preparing my stuff, but you can't even walk the walk of the talk that you're talking. That's that shit. And I'm not that kind of guy to stand behind that kind of shit. I don't. If you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk in my book, or else you're not. Especially if you're a man. You can't. There's no other way to be. Because if you're not, everyone will see through you, and it's just then you'll be weak, and your life will be just shitty. And it's just a silly thing. And this is all because the whole AI is an art thing. And I just thought, well, this is fucking stupid. And it's, and again, to help you support my opinion, to make them seem a little more valid, I guess. I'm not an idiot. I studied the mind. I didn't study psychology. I'm not one of them fucking losers. I didn't study philosophy. I studied the mind. And if you're an actual intellectual, if you're an actual academic, you'll know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to keep going in all these little bit of details about my life to reveal more about who I am. But god damn, the virus of the mind that we're all experiencing, where no one can have an original thought. I used to see people complain about this on the internet, and I never really was like, oh yeah, that's so real. People just can't think for themselves. Because I was always a self thinker, and I never really even invested any time or energy into what other people thought, because I was like, if it's contrary to what I believe, then so what? And if it's not harming me, so what? Even more. But it's just as you get older, people say stupid shit, and you do not. And as someone who's having a kid, I do not want my kid to grow up around you fucking idiots. I'm sorry. You cannot take these stances and have no backing, have no thinking about it. You're just regurgitating some fucking idea that you had because your feelings got hurt. Because you saw something that a computer took 5 seconds to fucking make. Then guess what? That's what computers are for, dumbass. Oh my god. Why do you think we invented this shit? Why do you think we made anything? It's to make shit easier to do. Do you think the first guy who made a paintbrush, what do you think people said to him? Well, that's crazy, bro. Why don't you just fucking use the rocks? Or why don't you just grab the charcoal and use the, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, oh, bro, I can't even, you know, if you're not doing something right, people are not going to, you know, fuck. It's just one of those goofy ass things. And I can't believe it triggered me so much, but I was just instantly like, I'm fucking so sick of the idiots today. I'm fucking sick of stupidity. I'm sick of fucking no thoughts in people's heads and them just regurgitating opinions. And like just going on fucking tyrant, like, oh. It makes living in this fucking world miserable sometimes, to be honest with you guys. To know that I'm surrounded by so many fucking morons. I mean, some of you, like, I got some real fucking crazy opinions I could put on here and, like, really get to talking about what I think about humanity and everybody around me, but no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to alienate anybody, and I want to make everybody friendly and welcome because I want to make money. And you think, oh, that's terrible. That's the wrong reason. Shut the fuck up. That's why literally anybody in this goddamn country does anything. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll fucking wake up and be free from the rest of the bullshit everybody's trying to make you participate in. And everybody wants you to participate in that bullshit because they don't want to fucking... They're lazy too, just like you. They want to fucking free everything. Free ride for everything. You fucking tired of being a slave? Tired of doing... You know what I mean? Like, it ain't about that shit. You wouldn't fucking know what to do with your hands if nobody told you what to do. Motherfuckers talking about AIs and art. You fucks don't know what anything is. You can't tell what anything is anymore. You're fucking confused. The whole world's confused. Talking to me about what art is. Bitch ass motherfucker. I seen your fucking favorite paintings that you got on your fucking background of your phone, thinking you're cool, thinking it makes you different. Like you're edgy and like art or something. Like girls are gonna like you more if you're a guy, or like it makes you quirky as a girl. Get the fuck out of here. You got a painting on my wall right behind my fucking computer worth more than your whole setup. Stop talking to me about art. God damn. It just triggered me. I hate when, you know... When did art become a poor people thing, man? When did art become a form of expression? Like, that's the other thing you motherfuckers don't realize about it. Like, art's only been accessible to poor people in the past... so many 100 years, you know? 100 years or so. I don't think you guys get that either. And I don't think you fully understand that you are the poor people. And that shit you fight for, that fucking class war you're trying to participate in, that you have no place in being in. Yeah, you look goofy doing that shit. So, talking about AI, bro. AI is what you want. AI is exactly what all you little crybabies have been begging for years. You just don't realize it because somebody's putting it on his fucking plate for you. Oh, you fucking goofballs. Wake up. That's all I want to say all the time is fucking wake up. Ooh, you guys think I was so fucking red-pilled too? That's the shit. You can't see through the wool. And I don't blame you because it's comfortable. It's comfortable when you don't see through it. Ignorance is bliss. That's a saying. That shit means something. Much more than just like, oh, you know, what if I don't think about it, it won't hurt me. It's so much deeper than that. So, next time you want to leave a dumbass comment on one of my videos, any of you goofballs, think about it twice, because I'm not the fucking guy. I am not. I've lived through too much, I've seen too much, I've been too many places, I've met too many people. Lived too many places, all of it. I've done everything you've ever wanted to. I've lived that life. Talking to me about what things are. You haven't even seen the back of your fucking head. How can you tell me what the front of anything looks like? It's all dumb saying I always pull out my buddies. It wouldn't make sense here. It's more of an inside joke, but sorry. But yeah, I did not want to get on here and say anything like that today, but it's just like, it's just irritating. Irritating, the stupidity we live with, and I try to not let it bother me, but it just ever, like I said, when you're having a kid, that shit just seems way different now. Stupid people are way scarier now. They had way less of an effect on me when I knew I could separate myself from them. I think I can do that for the kid too, but like, only to a certain extent. And the fact that my kid will grow up with AI literally implemented in their daily lives. What if I told you that your mind is AI? You're not even like, that whole concept of a soul comes from the ability to the fact that you can debate with your brain. And that hasn't always been the case for humanity. In fact, they say that we've been developing new parts of our brain in the past century, and that the brain is expanding as we live and breathe in all of humanity. And it's like the only thing that can really truly probably attest to it is the technology, because otherwise you're talking about evolutionary changes, chemical changes, like to an atomic level, genetics, literally. So it's just like it's a powerful thing. The mind, that's the original AI. And I know this because, tell me what the only thing that ever named, this is the dumbest thing you could use the example for. What's the only thing that ever named itself? I'll let you think about it for a minute. Think, if you're watching right now, think really hard. What is the only thing that ever named itself? Go ahead. The only thing that ever named itself. It's a really easy answer. And if you got it right away, more power to you. What is the only thing that ever named itself? When you hear it, you're going to be like, that's so stupid. It's the brain. The brain named itself. It named you. It named me. It named everyone. An organ inside of your body named you. Well, the one that came before you named you. But again, that model of your brain that named you, or named, where was involved to name you, was created with the base code, the base model of those that came before you. That meaning your parents, your grandparents, everybody. Like, it's an infinite math, right? In order for there to be one, there had to be two. That whole thing. What came first, the chicken or the egg? But yeah, think about that. So if you want to say that you're outside of yourself, you're fully in control. Mental illness is a thing, because quite literally you could be chemically imbalanced and realize it, and then begin to fight with yourself. And those chemical imbalances, if you don't correct them, they take over you, basically. They're not who your soul is anymore. Otherwise, you're literally saying, like, people with schizophrenia are demons. And, like, if that's the stance we're taking, just to say that AI is not art, then you need to wake the fuck up extra. You really need to take that red pill. You want to talk about, not participating in the bullshit. There you go. Wake up. So, that's my little rant. Don't come on my videos and say dumb shit unless you actually know something. My homie Josh, a little ass kid, knows more. Wouldn't say something stupid like that, because he knows he don't know shit. Just one of those things. Get more fireworks out of here. One last thing about that argument. Anybody that says AI is not art, and then just says learn to draw, learn to code, dumbass. That's my take on that whole thing. I can't put up with it anymore. Learn to code. Get an actual useful skill moving into the fucking 22nd century. That's where we're headed, people. The future. Past is dead. And let me add one more thing, even though I said that was the last thing. Art. Everything you think about art, all the famous artists you know, clowns, a lot of them. I've seen the Mona Lisa. I take a piss on the Mona Lisa. Dumbass printer sheet of paper is what it is. It's what it looks like. It's not even that great of a painting. There's a whole, the mystery, the aura behind it that makes it famous, all this stuff. But when you go to the Louvre, where the Mona Lisa is, at least when I went, in, I think last 2016, something like that, 15. The Louvre was in a room across from, I can't remember the name of the painting, but the painting's basically the size of like an NBA Jumbotron. It's massive, right? It's like the size of, it's probably 30 feet tall, 50 feet wide. It's this crazy big painting. And it's so detailed. And I mean, obviously, if you're painting that size, you can really work in the details. It's beautiful. And it's this scene of like a Greek dinner, it kind of looks like, or maybe a Roman dinner, something like that. It's got the kind of architecture there. And it's just all these people in the room with the Mona Lisa crowded around this tiny little image that's behind, this rope, so you can't get within like 20 feet of it. It's behind this big, it looks bulletproof, glass square case thing. It's tiny, so like I'm a lot taller than most people, so I could see over everybody, and I could see past the crowd of 100, 200 people to see the picture, and then to turn around and see this massive, true work of art that I imagine took somebody years of their life to create. Probably multiple people, I imagine. I didn't learn the history of it. I just looked at it and thought, that's where we're lost. Like, there's true beauty here, but because of this sort of magnificence that's put on the Mona Lisa for whatever reasons, that's where everybody was. And I just thought it was the perfect example of this whole art bullshit we're talking about today. I mean, you guys gotta wake up. It's just it's scary. It's getting scary out there. And I worry about all you guys who went to school during COVID and did it on Zoom. You guys missed out on so much more than you realize. And maybe you do realize it, and maybe it sucks, but I think it's gonna hurt society and humanity way worse, especially this country in the long run. You're gonna see this weird, like, I don't know how to describe what I expect, but yeah, like we weren't dumb enough. But I think I'm gonna end the episode there, folks. I can't handle no more today. I'm just sick of the internet today. I gotta get off here. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate y'all. Sorry about my AI is art rant. If you feel contrary to that, I do not want to see your dumbass comment. Don't leave one. Go ahead and unsubscribe if that's the case. I really don't give a shit. The future's coming. Learn to code. Everybody can draw. Literally everybody does it when you're a baby. So, I mean, and if you want to talk about like getting into being an artist and stuff, that shit's really cool, but you're taking away from other artists when you say AI is not art. I mean, somebody literally there's like literally millions of people that have existed who've put millions and millions and millions, if not billions of hours of work into, I don't know, a billion hours is a lot of work into creating computers, creating programs, and creating models that can even interpret what you're looking at. So, like, embrace it, and learn how to use it to make something great for yourself, because, like, we're just scratching the surface. So, you want to talk about AI as an art? Turn off your DLSS, asshole. I'm Bear. We'll see you next time.